You know, we all know why we're here, and we all know what this is about. Even if we don't quite understand it, we know it. And I remember hearing about a parrot whose cage was set on a counter in a pet shop. And a woman walked in, and she was not the most beautiful woman in the world. In fact, she didn't look beautiful at all. Her hair was in disarray. She had as much lipstick on her jaws as she had on her lips. And her clothes were in disarray. And the parrot looked at her and said, "You ugly, you ugly, you ugly." And she said, "What did you say?" And the parrot said, "You ugly, you ugly." And she walked over to the clerk and said, "Did you hear what that parrot said to me?" He said, "No, what?" He called me ugly, and I just want you to know I don't appreciate it. And if you don't do something about it, I won't come back in here again and spend any money. You understand me? And he said, "Listen, I am so sorry. I'll take care of it." So the owner took the parrot back in the room and gave it a lecture that you don't interfere with, and you don't mistreat, and you don't talk about my customers. You understand me? And if you do it again, I'm going to cover you up with this sheet. So the parrot didn't say anything. You understand me? And the parrot didn't say anything. And so 3 or 4 weeks later, the parrot was returned to the counter in the store. That same woman walked back in, and the parrot looked at the woman. The woman looked at the parrot. The parrot looked at the woman looked at the parrot looked at the clerk, and then looked back at the woman and said, "You know it." You know it. My point is this. You know why we're here, and you know what we've got to do. You know. So let's do it. These people, the Quitman 10 plus 12 plus 2, haven't done anything wrong. And I want to make sure you understand that. They haven't done anything wrong. The one thing they did was beat the white folk. That's it. If the white folk had won, you would never have heard anything about it. That's what you need to keep in mind. Don't ever forget that. Now let me tell you one other thing, and I'm through. This is not just about them. It's about all of us. There is a move on in this country, yes, sir, to depress, yes, sir, the black vote. Yes, it's not just happening in Brooks County or in Lowndes County. It's happening all over the country. And they're angry. They're angry about Barack Obama. Don't you ever forget that. They're angry. The lady called me the other night. She read in the paper something that I'd said about the police in Lowndes County and Valdosta. And she said, "Listen, if you don't like it, why don't you just go back to Africa?" And I said, "I understand how you feel. Others have felt the same way. Your burdens or your bridges have become your burdens, and you don't want to bear them. Your assets have become your liabilities, and you don't want to accept them. We gave you shoe polish, and we don't have to shine your shoes now. We gave you a cotton gin, and we don't have to pick your cotton now." He said, "I don't want to hear a sermon." I said, "No, don't hang up. I'm not going to." We wash your dishes, and they're all put up, they are stacked neatly. That's right. Your clothes have all been ironed. Your dishes have all been dug." She said, I said, "No, don't hang up. I'm not through. We made Cotton King and the railroads long. We chopped down the tall pines of Georgia, overturned the rich black soil of Mississippi and Alabama, mined coal in West Virginia, iron in Kentucky, laid out Washington, D.C., discovered Chicago,